Dun 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 dun, I'd like some Trews right now. You'll get some Trews. Here is some Trews right now. Here is the Trews today. Dun 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 dun. Let's never move on with our perspective of the IRA. Let's stay perfectly still. The Daily Mail covers the fact that Martin McGuinness went to a banquet with the Queen, and the angle that they're suggesting that we take to perceive the situation from is one of Martin McGuinness is a terrorist. We've decided that you're a terrorist and everything you do is terrorism and everything that we do is legitimate military action. So like, and now, particularly now that the conflict is showing signs of being resolved, that there is a peace treaty in Northern Ireland, don't try and drag it all up again. Mr McGuinness, it's time to tell the truth. Well, the truth is that there was a war. We, in our media, supported the perspective of our side, the British side. The terrorism is sort of an arbitrary term. Dine with IRA killers, Your Majesty, and it'll be Al-Qaeda terrorists next. Raises an interesting question that will leaders of extremist Islamic factions one day necessarily have to be negotiated with to achieve peace? The answer is yes. Yes, they will. Just because we don't agree with them and we consider their actions to be terrorism, they consider the drone killings of kids in Pakistan and Afghanistan to be similarly illegal. They describe that as terrorism. Have you ever seen any footage of like the family members of kids killed by drone victims? They're in the street, they're crying, "Oh, why has this happened? They're evil, they're evil." Them describing the actions we sanction describes like us describing those other actions. I suppose there's got to be some sort of entreaty of non-violence. I suppose there's just got to be a deal of non-violence on both sides, and like I suppose we have to afford ourselves the perspective of there is no out-and-out evil. That like you can't, like tyranny is the deliberate removal of nuance. They have removed the nuance that typically an armed struggle begins when peaceful negotiations fail. They've removed the struggle that all oppressed people in the world at some point will kick back, and the more important argument, I suppose, is to sort of suggest that hegemony, hierarchy, and as represented by monarchy and powerful states like the British government, have to be respected and regarded. What they say is right is what's right. Do as you're told. I suppose that's the sort of the subtext, and it makes them nervous that sort of rebellious action from a minority can result in a degree of success. And so I suppose this is about maintaining one particular perspective for as long as possible. Naked Maoris are not funny! Look at this! Mustn't grumble, I could be at home having to shake hands with Martin McGuinness. Well, this cartoon offends the Maori people there, it offends the Irish people, it offends me. It's a really offensive piece of information, a little cartoon box full of insults. Ex-girlfriend of Britain murdered in Spain gives us opportunity to print photograph of magnificent cleavage. I love this in Ukraine. Did you see that? The Ukrainian parliament, they just have a fight. No! Fuck you! Oh shit, alright, fucking hell! They get like, it'd be good if that happened in our parliament, wouldn't it? It's like one day Ed Miliband just went, "Do you know what, mate? I've had enough of this shit." Like, the atmosphere all changed. They started, went at each other, took their tops off and brawled. All handbags with sort of lipstick all getting sort of crunched into the carpet. Oh, I might just relax, read the paper on the toilet. Piranhas lurking down the loo! Oh no! Piranha fish have been found in the drains of British towns. So it's not actually in the loo. Fortunately, the flesh-eating creatures were dead! You bastards, man. Like, right, there's piranhas down the loo. What? That's really bad. So there's piranhas in the loo. They could attack me. Mate, are you giving me all the information? Yeah. Just to make sure, are you? The piranhas are dead and they're not in the loo. Oh, sorry, it says they're down the loo. Yeah, I know, but it's boring the way that you say it. Yeah, but it's also true. That's not really a priority for us. We'd like make razzmatazz. Didn't you want some razzmatazz? Yeah, I love razzmatazz. Not in the paper, though. Not in the paper. Meanwhile, a mystery light seen on Mars has sparked a fresh riddle over life on the planet. The white beam, apparently coming from the rocky surface, was snapped by NASA's Curiosity rover. Hello, I'm roping around, I'm wondering what's going on. One UFO blogger, Scott Waring, suggested it could be evidence of intelligent alien life. He wrote an artificial light source in the photo shows light shining upward from the ground. It could indicate intelligent life. So in the midst of all this trivia, out there in the universe, there's all sorts of other frequencies, mysteries and other life. What's going on? We could be exploring inner and outer space, learning, evolving, developing. Or you could have that lovely great big lump of madness. I don't know what that even is. God, I'm frightened of that. For me that doesn't look appealing. I mean, it's weird that would have to have been dressed up for that photo, wouldn't it? That would be cold, sprayed with all sorts of different stuff to make it shimmery. But look here, still for me looks like, I mean, if you saw that at the side of the road, you wouldn't think, oh fucking hell, pick that up and eat it. Well, I suppose if there's a true element to I suppose if there's a true element to those truths, it's like, don't use words like terrorists to describe people who, from their perspective, were engaged in a political struggle, part of which was violence as a result of the violent context of the struggle, particularly not if your objective is peace and conciliation. Dun, 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 dun. That is some truths. Dum, 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 dum. I'm going to Stockholm right now. That is some truths. That is some truths. Dum.